Hello, welcome, my friend. I am absolutely thrilled to kick off this exciting 4-step workshop series that's all about crafting podcast episodes that leave your audience begging for more. So today I'm going to be diving into the very first element, which is the attention-grabbing introduction. Now, before we dive into all the juicy hot tea, let me first just introduce myself. So my name is Makita. I am the host of Time for Tea with Makita's podcast, and I am going to be your guide today, helping you craft your attention-grabbing introduction. So don't forget to like, subscribe, so you can get notified of all the new episodes coming your way. Now, my friend, let's start with your formula. So we're going to be using 4 steps, 4 things that you're going to need to create that attention grabbing introduction. Okay. So humor me. I want you to picture this. Okay. You hit play on your latest episodes, and within seconds, your listeners are hooked. They are ready to embark on a journey of learning, laughter, and connection with you. That's the power of crafting a captivating introduction. So let's break down the 4 things that you need in your intro so you can make it a captivating, attention-grabbing headline for your audience, okay? So the first thing is making it a page-turner opening, because your introduction is your grand entrance, all right? So don't tiptoe in. Jump in with a splash. Begin with a thought-provoking question, a surprising fact, or a bold statement that sparks curiosity. Remember, you only got a few seconds to grab the audience attention, so make every word count. Think of your introduction as the opening lines of a book. And you read the first page and you're like, you can't stop. You can't put the book down. I know you've all had a book like that as soon as you open the first page, you're like, I'm going to finish this tonight. So start with a question that begs an answer, a fact that raises eyebrows, or a statement that demands attention. Just like a book, you want to compel your listeners to keep going. And this matters because this just isn't about capturing their attention. It's about forging a connection from the very start. An engaging introduction invites them to embark on a shared adventure with you. And here's a brief example. Hey there, have you ever wondered how a single podcast episode could transform your business overnight? Well, get ready, because in today's episode, we're unveiling the secret sauce that's about to skyrocket your success. Okay, you see how that was? All right. The second element that you need is the introduction. You should introduce yourself with pizzazz. Think of your introduction as the first 10 seconds of a movie that hooks you immediately. Introduce yourself with a splash that is so big that it brings in your whole big, unique personality. Share a snippet of your journey, your passions, and why you're the perfect host for this exciting podcast journey. All right, so you want to make sure that they get a little bit about who you are, your background, and what makes you the perfect person to be teaching them or sharing the knowledge with them. Remember, you are the star of the show, so let your personality shine through. Go all out and introduce yourself with some flair, some enthusiasm. Now, don't get too carried away, because as much as you want to make sure you bring your personality to the table, it's not all about you, okay? So this is also the space where you want to let your audience know what's in it for them. They got to know that what you're dishing out, what you're teaching is relevant to the things that they want to hear. So they want to know why, who you are, why you do what you do, and what's in it for them. All right. Remember, though, authenticity is magnetic. It humanizes your podcast, and it creates relatable connection between you and your listeners. All right. Moving on to the third element of the secret sauce here, setting the scene. Imagine your introduction is a teaser trailer for an epic movie, okay? Briefly outline what the episode will dive into. You want to get some pearls of wisdom, Uncover a possible promise. Take them on a roller coaster of insight and revelations. This is your opportunity to paint a vivid picture of what's to come. Share the juicy tidbits and tea that your listeners can expect to learn. So you're going to tease some information. You're going to let them know, okay, this is what you're about to get. Now, I love to do this aha moments or just an experience or something that someone said with so much passion, whether it's a quote. I take those little clips out and I use that as part of my introduction. So if someone's scrolling through and they're not quite sure if they want to listen, and this is the first thing that they hear, they're like, yeah, I want to know more. So that's what you're trying to get. Another a great example would be, in today's episode, we're going to dive into the art of crafting attention-grabbing introductions, turning casual listeners into loyal fans. You'll walk away with the techniques to captivate your audience from the get-go and set the stage for a journey filled with inspiration and growth. Remember, a well-crafted teaser hints at the journey ahead and entices your listeners to explore further. Now, the fourth part is your call to action. You should always have a call to action, okay? So just like a great story, your introduction should invite your listeners on the journey. It should pose a question, share a challenge or a promise, and a solution. But your introduction should leave them excited to stick around and discover what's waiting for them ahead. An example of this is ready to transform your intros from ordinary to extraordinary. It's short, sweet, and straight to the point. You already know what you're going to get. You're going to make a transformation and you're going to go from ordinary to extraordinary. Okay? Your introduction is like the opening scene. You're going to invite your audience into the story and you're going to make them the hero of the story because it's all about them. It's all about their transformation, where they're at right now, where you plan to take them, and how you're going to do it. All right? So posing a question invites them to explore further, sharing a challenge that they can resonate with, offering a glimpse of a solution that you'll be presenting. All of those things are great call to actions. Now, my friend, it's your turn. I want you to take a few minutes. I want you to use this time to write down an attention-grabbing introduction for your next podcast episode. And then do me a favor. I want you to share it in the comments below. I can't wait to see your creativity in action. Now, that wraps up part 1 of our series. But remember, your introduction is the gateway to an amazing podcast episode. So make it shine. In part 2 of our workshop series, I'll be diving into engaging storytelling and valuable content. Until then, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and head over to the blog for more inside tea. Until next time, keep podcasting with passion, my friend.